Okay, hey guys, so today is another cool day event thing. I'm keeping with the whole The Room movie theme because today I'm on my way to see Greg Sestero. So he plays Mark in the movie in Tommy Wiseau's The Room. I'm going to a signing for Greg Sestero at a bookstore in Hollywood, and he wrote a book called The Disaster Artist, and it's about his time with Tommy and about the making of The Room. Now, I started reading it already, but I haven't finished it, and I do have a few questions for Mark, so hopefully I get to film him or talk to him or something, but I don't know, because this is kind of a different thing, you know. It's like for the audio book or something. I'm not sure. It's for the audio book, like the release of the audio book version. I'm not sure. And then I don't know. I don't really know how these book signing things go, because I'm assuming he's gonna be like behind a table and it's just gonna be really quickly. So I don't think it's really gonna be too much. Like, it's me just gonna be filming like the environment and not really that much interaction like between myself and the others. And also Juliet Daniels and Robin Perez, who played Michelle and Lisa, and oh my goodness, I forget, something Voight, Nick Voight, the guy that played the psychiatrist. So there's gonna be a lot of, pretty much like most of the cast of The Room is gonna be there except for Tommy. So it should be pretty cool. So see what I get. Okay, bye.
Are you back? How are you tonight? Doing okay? Yeah. You know the cast of The Room is right behind you, so let's give them a great big holler and hello and applause. Joining us in just a few minutes before we begin, there are a few announcements. One is that we have Awesome Events have $1 of his own money on his film, but despite the efforts of the disbelieving and frequently fired crew and embarrassed and frequently fired actors, the movie made no sense. Nevertheless, Rousseau rent a Hollywood billboard featuring his alarming headshots and staged a red carpet premiere. The Room made $1,800 at the box office and closed after 2 weeks. One reviewer said that watching The Room was like getting stabbed in the head. The Disaster Artist is Greg Sestero's laugh-out-loud funny account of how Tommy Wiseau defied every law of artistry, business, and friendship to make the Citizen Kane of bad movies, according to Entertainment Weekly, which is now an international phenomenon, with Wiseau himself beloved as an oddball celebrity. So please enjoy this documentary. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Greg Sestero.
Thanks everybody for coming out. Oh, hi Tree. Yeah, it's been 12 years since we made this thing, and it's really still alive because of you guys. So just want to say thank you for that. I'd like to bring out my co-writer. This book would have been possible without him, Mr. Tom Bissell. And where are those great actors? Juliet Danielle, Robin Perez. And Mr. Joe Sestero, who ran the HD camera, kept us all sane. I'm sure you guys got a lot of questions, so let's have at it. Where do we start?
I was wondering if you could talk about the inspiration for Tommy writing it. Like, I know in the book you referenced the talented Mr. Ripley, but in some ways it feels like he went for a relationship, wanted to make the film as kind of like a fuck you, and say like, you know, you ruined my life, you bitch, he wanted to kill himself and have him go through the emotional journey of how that happened. Or was it a man, possibly? What also hints at that as well?
God, I don't want to know. I think it's definitely a cry out for help. I think, you know, it's a way of making him the perfect person amidst this chaos. And I think it was just enough getting rejected by Hollywood and finally kind of probably seeing the talent of Mr. Ripley and thinking it struck a chord and that he believed he could make something even more powerful than that.
Well, a lot of the movie. Hello, is this on?
Hello. I think while Greg and I were working on this book, we realized, weirdly, that a lot of the stuff, experiences you and Tommy had, the movie is sort of about their friendship, too, in a strange way. And Nathan Rabin at The Dissolve, a really great movie website, pointed out that, like, Lisa in the movie is actually Hollywood, and Johnny and Mark are sort of struggling for the attention of this beautiful woman, and the younger, better-looking guy gets her, despite him doing everything he's supposed to do. And when Nathan wrote about that interpretation of the movie, it sort of blew a hole in my mind, because I think, not that I think Tommy intended that, but you know, when you're writing something, I think you dig deep into all your stuff. And so I think like a large part of the movie is about your relationship with Tommy.
Yeah, it's definitely a very personal film, and I think that, I mean, obviously it's you know, it's incompetent, but I think that's what people respond to if they're seeing this guy just throw his life on screen.
In the book, you talk about like where the funding actually came from the movie, whether it was like from street fashions or from that older woman Tommy knew. Have you ever figured out exactly where all the $6 million came from?
That's the great thing about Tommy. You unlock one mystery and then it just opens like 10 other ones, so you never really find out.
Well, I'd like to talk to you guys about what your best guesses were during the filming in terms of where the money was coming from, because I know you all hadn't really thought about it.
I think Tommy had stock in Red Bull. There was a rumor floating around the set that Tommy came from, he had family money, he was the black sheep of his family, and they basically paid him to leave. His family? That was the rumor. I mean, that is totally a rumor.
Of course, my favorite rumor is the East European organ trade.
I always said that if you're part of the government relocation program, you shouldn't star in a movie with years.
My favorite rumor is that Tommy is a cyborg sent from the future.
I just think he's a very successful vampire, and you know, he sold jeans, and judging from that commercial, I'd buy a shitload of jeans.
Has Tommy ever talked about making another movie, and would any of you work with him again?
He has. The latest one he's been working on is called The Foreclosure. It's about the housing market. A man loses his house and he goes to the bank with a shotgun to get it back.
Oh.
Would I be in it? You'd have to probably need a shotgun to get me involved.
Have you guys actually seen the house that drips blood on it?
Yes.
Isn't that awesome? Yeah. I think that getting to work with Tommy is like a once-in-a-lifetime experience, but I would so do that shit again because I would enjoy it this time.
Yeah, it's like you check it off your bucket list, you know, did that. Been there, done that, time to move on. So, yeah, I would say probably not.
I will always take a meeting. It may require a very large check.
Joe, I want to do a vampire movie. I need somebody who can shoot vampires. Do you know anybody? The check's always cleared.
Has Tommy read the book, and if so, do you guys have any reactions of him from anything in the book?
I mean, he says he has.
Can I interrupt? He's not here, right? Is that's verified?
He's hanging from the ceiling.
Hey guys.
You never know.
each day is a new story. He'll be like, well, you know, this didn't happen like this, okay? And then another time it's the Red Bible. We'll call it the Red Bible. And then lastly, it's I agree with it 50%.
And he refers to me as your proofreader.
He's an amazing human being.
And he quoted as saying, don't believe everything you read.
Yeah. So basically, I'm an F student in Tommy's eyes.
Where do you think Tommy would be if you never met him? Do you ever think?
Probably still taking acting classes in San Francisco. I think we helped each other out in a very weird way. Don't be chicken.
Does Tommy listen to music, and if so, what kind?
Tommy is, he's very passionate about music. He loves Van Halen, Richard Marx. He has a very romantic taste in music. And he can bust out, you know, the Metallica and all that too.
When Tommy asked you to step outside at the party, what did he tell you? Because it never happened in the movie. Remember when he said, so you come outside with me. You go outside, next thing you know, you're in his arms.
That's a great point. That's a plot hole I've never...
Yeah. Some stuff's gonna go down here now. And then next thing, you two are together, and then Tommy walks back in and goes, what are you doing?
Well, in the script, the party scene was very different from what they wound up shooting. And my favorite moment in the script that didn't make it onto the screen is when Lisa's mother says to Lisa, "Get your pretty little buns in here," which is wrong on so many different levels. We had a question right here.
Oh, yeah. I discovered the room purely by accident when it aired on the Adult Swim a couple of years ago. And I tuned in at around midnight expecting a 1500 report. Instead, I got the room.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I know who to blame for that,
but I stuck with it, and it was definitely amusing, and I made it all over to the end. But the moment that I fell in love with the room on the whole, that just had me absolutely lose it, was the scene where you come in and it's revealed that you have shaved. and Casablanca has, you know, Rosebud, and Empire has Luke on your father, and the room has you shaved. It's like when you did that scene, apart from just, you know, the scene when you're talking about how you just couldn't keep a straight face, I mean, what must have gone through your mind when that was like, okay, the focus of this scene is you shave?
First off, I thought, shit, my disguise is gone. And it's a really weird story why he wanted me to shave, because his nickname for me back in the day was Babyface. So he said, you need to show, like, you need to show. So he convinced me to shave, and then made a whole scene for it. And it was really, really weird. I think the dailies, I showed the dailies to Tom, and he's like, God, you look miserable.
He looked like this enormous fist was just crushing the life out of him.
Yeah, I was wondering when they decided not to make the kitchen scene. I mean, the kitchen set. Because we had designed a kitchen set. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
they never actually built. Because I was on the art department back in the day, and that's something I always wondered when I actually saw the movie. What happened to the kitchen set we designed? Because it never happened.
I think it was one of those things where it's, you know, Tommy saying, we don't have time, we don't have time.
Yeah.
You would notice that you had to deal with that focus. What was it like finally working in a functioning environment? Directly after leaving?
Yeah, he's asking, what was it like working in a functioning set after working on the room when I had to leave it? Now, why do you think where I went was a functioning set? No, it was not my first time on set, so it was interesting. While I was on the room, I learned quite a bit of what to do and not to do in a movie. So, but going on to the next set was relaxing. Very relaxing.
And it wasn't your first movie, but it was your first movie, Juliet, and you just arrived in...
Yeah, I'd done a movie or two to in Chicago before I moved to LA. But yeah, one of my very first.
Did this help your career? Is it, is it to be proud of it on your resume?
I don't really put it on my resume. I mean, I don't know, because the verdict's still out. It's been like 10 years now, but it's really picking up steam. So I mean, who knows? Like, fingers are still crossed.
Yeah, it definitely helped my career. Booked a national commercial. I've done a lot of other work as a result of people knowing me from it. Keep it on my resume. It gets me very hot questions at auditions. Like anything in Hollywood, any press is good press, even if it's bad press.
Well, first of all, I appreciate you calling it a career. I think most of all, it's helped me in life. Because who else goes through something so terrible when they first get to Hollywood and have everyone see it and then talk about it and tweet about it, and then I got over it, and that's life. So I appreciate that.
Greg, were you around for Tommy making the sitcom pilot for Neighbors at all, and what was the process?
No, I wasn't. He had made a pilot back, I think, in '07, and I wasn't around for that. But I think he's working on a new version of the sitcom.
Has anyone here seen that?
Yeah.
Like the whole thing?
Just the trailer.
It's amazing.
It makes the world look good.
No. That's the weird difference. Like, The Room is just spellbinding and mesmerizing. The Neighbors is just like eye poison. You know? So hard to watch.
I was mainly intrigued in the book just when you sort of talk about Tommy's past, and I have to ask, from your impressions of knowing him, do you think he was always the way he is, or did something happen to him?
No, well, there's probably always something there, but I think just kind of going through life, what's the saying? Insanity is doing the same thing, expecting the same results. I think that's probably kind of was his approach, and I think he got let down, and just little by little kind of started to become Tommy.
Why are there so many sex scenes?
It's a really, really good question.
Sex sells.
I think Tommy just wanted to get the point across that Johnny got it a lot. And we got that impression.
I love scenes.
I mean, he had a very kind of old-fashioned idea about the way a movie should work, right? And a big dramatic production should have romantic.
Yeah, I was watching a 70s movie, and the sex scene went on for like 10 minutes. I was like, oh, this is right out of The Room. So I think he was kind of capturing that era of sex scenes where you just kind of get the point across that it's happening.
Yeah, I was going to say, with the sex scenes, like, when we watch it, it seems like he's really comfortable with it, because there are so many of them, and so much of it. But I know from doing the Tim and Eric thing, apparently he was really uncomfortable with the sex scenes and doing that. So was he comfortable doing it on The Room? Because I was getting the impression that he was comfortable with it. Knowing he was on this outside, saying that, like, that he was uncomfortable with it. So. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think he was uncomfortable. I mean, he's pretty secure in himself, and so.
I think he was, I think he was looking forward to it.
With the sex scenes, the music, background music, who came up with that? Who produced? The music is probably just as bizarre and twisted as the
You mean the R&B songs?
Yes.
He hired original artists to write that and perform it.
That was Mladen who organized all that, right?
Through the score.
Oh, he
But,
did the
yeah,
score?
originally Tommy wanted to have like Bon Jovi for the sex scenes, but that didn't really pan out. So he got like original guys to put it together, and thank God he did.
Did he ever do the music video that he was talking about though?
I don't know.
Okay.
Greg had a lot of notes from, times that he was thinking about this, and he'd been thinking about working on a book even before we met. And then we just did a ton, we kind of organized the book thematically, chapter by chapter, and then we interviewed each other. Well, I should say I interviewed him, and then we had a transcript of that made. Since we planned out what we were roughly going to cover in each chapter, when the transcripts came out, they were roughly what the chapter was going to look like. So then I wrote drafts of those chapters, gave them to Greg. He would rewrite them, and then we would just pass them back and forth. And we didn't have a lot of time to do this book, and so, like Tommy says, do not plan too much, it may not come out right. We took that to heart with this book. And it's one of the only things I've ever written where it just kind of just came out.
Yeah.
It just worked. It just worked right away. And it was a very pleasant surprise. And so, yeah, we just shot stuff back and forth until we got there.
For Lisa and Michelle, do you guys think Tommy's attractive?
I don't know, I didn't answer that. My mom actually thinks he's attractive, and while we go on that tangent, my mom loves this movie, and not in an ironic, kind of funny way. She loves it. She likes it, and she would like there to be more.
Well, if I could only have been so lucky as to have love singer Tommy, but it wasn't in the cards for me. So, unfortunately. But no, I see the same person you see. So you can answer that question for
I did not have love singer.
Now that I'm married, I just want to say that someone who brings you flowers and red dresses and stuff, don't take that for granted.
I keep hearing about rumors of a film version of the Disaster Artist being made. Can you confirm anything?
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
Okay, is it really starring the Franco brothers, or?
Yeah, that's the.
That's so cool.
What a story.
Looks like it could have been made for a few $100,000. Why would it be $6 million?
Tommy, his big saying is no Mickey Mouse stuff. So, he got all his own equipment. He put a billboard up for 5 years, and yeah, I spent a lot of marketing. I mean, you would let this film.
A lot more.
I really love your hair, by the way. I'm glad you went back one. It looks so cute on you.
I just did my roots like 2 days ago.
Oh, thank you so much. What is this for? Oh my god, that's my favorite scene. Oh my goodness. Were you scared when he hung you off the ledge?
Yeah, he was like gonna kill me. He was mad at me because I ate his lunch.
I was so fearful for his life. Oh my goodness, I was scared for you. Yeah.
What is this card?
Oh, right here, man.
Oh, I had a question. You know that part where he said that he's fearful that someone's gonna fart on his seat of LA? Was that a legitimate fear, or was he just playing?
Yeah.
Like literally? Wow.
You definitely don't want that to happen.
Wow. Okay. Cool. Hi.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi. Good, and you? We saw you when you were at the room. What was it?
Last week?
Yeah, last week. Yeah, you're filming a documentary, aren't you?
It's more of a mockumentary. So I was getting like some B-roll, some fans.
Yeah, we saw you when you interviewed that guy that was like all dressed up, and he had the book and everything. It's Tommy.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Tommy in the